Welcome back to the Premier Chiropractic Video Network. I'm your host, Dr. Sean Rundle. Today I want to talk to you about disc problems and disc issues. With all the sitting that we do nowadays, this puts tremendous amounts of stress on the discs in the lower back. Let me explain to you what the disc is and what it does. The discs, as you can see in the spine, they separate all the bones in the spine. And what these discs do is they do a couple things. Number one, it gives shape to the spine. It acts like a shock absorber, but most importantly, it provides adequate space between these bones, because on the side here, if you can see here, these are the nerves that come out between all the bones in the spine. These nerves go come from your brain, turn into the spinal cord, and then they exit the spine as nerves that go to control and coordinate all the functions in your body. So your nervous system is the master controller of every other function in the body. Well, in order for those nerves to get to the body, the parts of the body that they're designed or directed to go to, they must first pass through these little holes between the spinal bones. That's why it is critical for the health of the disc to remain so that you have enough spacing without putting pressure on that nerve. Now, the most common signs and symptoms of a disc herniation or a disc bulge would be local lumbar pain, pain upon sitting, pain as you get up from a chair, it's real stiff and sore. It can even get to the point where it puts direct pressure on the nerve to where now you have numbness, tingling going down the leg, shooting pain down the leg. If we're dealing with a disc in the lumbar. If we're dealing with a disc in the neck, then you get numbness, tingling, pain, and so forth, weakness in your grip, all upper extremity, hand, and wrist related issues. So one of the ways that we see or we treat disc problems is we get fantastic results, and we use a technique called flexion distraction. And I'm going to demonstrate here what happens or how this works on this table. So we have the patient where we're dealing with a compressed or irritated disc in the lower back. We have the patient lying face down. And now what you'll see is I'm going to turn the table on, and as the table goes up and down like this, from the hips to the legs, what this does is it just provides this gentle distraction in the spine, so it's decompressing and taking pressure off that disc. And then of course, we find the true cause of the problem, and most often what we find is when there's a shift or misalignment in the spine, it will cause that disc to become compressed. So we've got to take care of both causes in both situations, but this is a fantastic, all natural, very conservative approach to taking care of that disc, so it doesn't get to the point where you end up on the surgeon's table, because this is the most common form of lower back lumbar surgery is disc to help or to alleviate disc issues. All right, so I hope you enjoyed. If you or someone you know is experiencing or suffering from disc-related problems, let them know that we can help. You can find more information at www.premierchirooc.com, or you can find us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Premier Chiropractic. Thanks for listening in, and we'll see you next time.